Nae is in love with Brandon, an internet celeb. Whoa, 80,000 followers.
Wait,
pictures? 2 pictures?
Yeah.
He's a phony.
It's a f***ing joke.
Hey, Neve and Max. My name is Diogene, and I'm 19 years old, and I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. A lot of my friends call me Nae, though, because Diogene is just too hard to pronounce. I've been talking to this guy named Brandon for about 6 months now, and he's really sweet and insanely cute. And he lives only a few hours away from me in Altoona, Pennsylvania. And he came into my life at a time where I really needed someone most. And by the way, he's internet famous, and I find that really, really cool. So after like a failed relationship that I was in, I decided to join Tinder. I saw his picture, and I was the one that swiped right on him. He also swiped right on me. I looked him up and I found him on like a website called like Famous People Birthdays, and it like told me everything about him.
Got it.
So I said, am I missing something? And you're like internet famous or something? So then he was like, yeah, I make vines and videos.
Is he hot?
Is he hot?
Yeah, he's like blonde hair, blue eyes, and he's like super tall, and so I'm really like attracted to that.
Like, have you guys talked on the phone?
We've spoken once.
And what was that like?
Well, I was telling my twin sister about the whole situation, and so she was like, girl, he's catfishing you, just leave it alone. I was like, no, he isn't, watch. So I gave him a call or whatever, and I like let him know, like, hey, I'm telling people about us and this is what they're thinking. So then he flipped out, got really pissed at me and said, your sister's an idiot, I'm real, like this and that. So we stopped talking for a short period of time, and then he came back. My relationships have always been shitty. Like, my first relationship was like my first 3 years of high school. So
Wow.
freshman to junior, until I found out he had been cheating on me for almost 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So then my second relationship, he had a girlfriend, so I was more like,
Side piece.
yeah, the side piece, bluntly putting it.
And then you mentioned to him that your sister thinks he's a catfish.
Yeah, he flipped out, went completely berserk, called my sister an idiot, and like got upset with me. And we were supposed to meet up actually before that argument in Pittsburgh. Later on that night, get a message from his phone saying, hey, something really bad happened to Brandon. It was from, I guess, a friend. Got a text right back immediately, what happened, what's going on?
Here
no
comes
response.
the BS.
The next day, Brandon was back. He said, hey, sorry, I'm back. Something really bad happened. And he said, just know that I'm okay. To this day, I don't know what happened to him.
Can I just bring up his account on my phone?
Yeah.
Let's just see his Instagram. Come on, Max, get over here. All right, so, whoa, 80,000 followers. That's a lot.
Two
Wait,
pictures?
2 pictures?
Yeah.
He has 80,000 followers with 2 pictures? You can buy followers.
I guess. So, the first thing we did when we got your email, which is, I think, sort of the first thing you did when you met Brandon, was like, Google the guy. And interestingly, kind of like you said, the only real thing that comes up about him other than his Twitter and his Instagram is this celebrity birthday thing,
Yeah.
right? He's got a little bit of a bio. It says he's on Altoona, like you said, all these things.
Right.
All right, fine. Well, anyway, so we went to his Facebook page, and it's kind of what you'd expect from a catfish, right? There's almost nothing on it, or maybe it's private, but he's got a couple pictures. And the real issue here is that all of his friends are women. I mean, we scrolled, and like, it's just all girls. I feel like, let's just get to the bottom of this, all right?
Cut through.
Let's call him.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please try again later.
Can't even leave a message.
Shady.
Let's send a text. Hey Brandon, this is Neve from Catfish. I'm here in LA with your girl Nae. Please get back to me ASAP, thanks. Let's give him a minute, see if he gets back to us.
Oh.
It's my sister.
Oh. Do you want to tell her what's going on?
Okay. Hey, bro.
Hey, how's everything going out there?
It's going good. We've come up with absolutely nothing.
Why do you think Nae is in this relationship?
I don't know, maybe he's telling her things that she would want to hear, different from the other guys that she's been with in her past. I got her back, but I might just say I told you so.
You're gonna be a shoulder to cry on for her?
I'm gonna be a shoulder to cry on, but also like this is a lesson learned type thing.
Is there anybody that you could think or imagine might want to get close to you and would know exactly the kind of guy you would like?
My ex, but he reaches out through my sister. Like, he tries to talk to me through my sister. So
your sister is still friends with your ex?
yeah. So.
Which ex?
The one very first, like my first year of high school. He got upset. Like, this was 3 years where I've always wanted to be with him, but he didn't want to be with me.
So after I got into my next relationship,
Classic.
he's, oh, I want you back,
back.
this and that. Like, told him like straight up, I don't want you, I don't want to be with you. Like, there's too much going on in our past for us to ever try to work it out. Like, you've done some pretty fucking shit that just not gonna let me forget at all.
Actually, like, freaking the hell out right now.
You're freaking out.
What's going on?
What's up?
Brandon actually reached out.
Brandon, what?
He texted me and he told me he's actually in LA.
He's here in LA?
Yeah, he just like texted me that he's in LA and he wants to meet me, but he wants to meet me in private. But I don't want to do that like by myself. I don't.
Are you for real? This shit?
Do you know this guy
Yeah, one of my exes.
that you said still liked you, but
Yeah,
What's your name again?
Thomas.
Thomas?
no, like, no. This shit, no, this is not for me. Like, no, like, all this fucking time wasted.
I wanted to do it without, the cameras to save all this. I didn't want to do it in front of everybody else. But you know how I felt about you, and I know how we ended. I didn't, feel it was right to come to you as me. And I tried to tell you before it got to this point, but it's kind of hard to do that.
You played me back to back to back. And then, oh, when I finally move on, then you decide, oh, okay, I want her back. Like, where the was that attitude back when I had feelings for you?
Who's Brandon?
I have no idea. It was somebody I randomly just looked up online.
So the Brandon Instagram, the Brandon Facebook,
Yeah,
those
it
are
has
not
nothing to
yours.
do with me.
Why did you choose that guy?
When we were together, she talked about kind of her image of what she would be attracted to.
A tall, white, blonde guy?
Yeah. I went on Google and, just typed random tall, white, blonde hair guy. And that was the first picture that came up.
So what was the end game here? What was the plan?
I mean, hopefully, she realized that I went through all this for her and that my feelings are real, and hopefully we could work something out.
Why should she give you another chance?
Because I learned from my mistakes, I realized, where I messed up at.
Back when we were trying, you could give two shits whether or not I breathed or not. Let's be real here.
Back then, yeah, I did mess up, and I did take you for granted. But when we were talking, the feelings were still real. We were still having a real conversation, and you just thought it was somebody else.
It's not high school anymore. This is not how you get somebody back. Like, come on now. I just want to know, when we talked for that one time, I know your voice, and that wasn't your voice. Who was it?
It was one of my teammates.
Okay.
But I am still in love with you. I'm still madly in love with you.
I've explained to you why we cannot work out anymore. When you were reaching out to my sister and she wasn't giving you no response on me, every time you wanted to, I really need her back, and she wasn't saying nothing back and she wasn't helping you out, that didn't, click in your head. Come on now.
I don't get it. Why? You said you was gonna leave her alone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know when we talked and you was like, well, if you keep pursuing, things gonna go worse. I should have listened to what you said instead of being persistent and doing this.
Nick, did you ever suspect Thomas could be behind all this?
I kind of had a feeling that he might not be the real person, but I didn't think it'd be him.
You were right to sort of warn Nay about the possibility that the guy she was talking to wasn't who she thought it was.
True. You gotta stop putting so much of my trust in everybody.
Really, that's it.
I want to make sure that this whole situation doesn't affect your relationship. I know that you and Thomas have your own friendship.
At the end of the day, that's her life. She can do as she pleases. We don't have to discuss them,
Give us a little update, things with Nay. I know you were still trying to make them work. Are you still trying?
Nah, I ain't talked to her since we stopped filming.
And have you accepted rejection?
Yeah.
Rub it in.
Well, it's important to sort of have something that you want that you just have to accept you can't have, and to sort of learn from that.
Being on the show actually let him know that this is the end, that we will never be together. I guess it actually got me the actual closure that I needed for almost 4 years now, so, and we've never spoken since then.
I feel like it's hard to say no to an ex because you obviously always will have feelings for them, but when you recognize that they're not good for you or that they've hurt you and you don't want to get hurt again,
I'm not gonna waste my time going through this again.
Right. I just thought that was really strong of you, and I just wanted to say, good on you.